Hello everyone and welcome to our show. Today we're going to keep you up to date with the new measures for foreign nationals. We'll take a quick dive into the new immigration plan and stay tuned as we take a brief look into the Express Entry number 228. Next, Adrian will tell us exactly what we need to know about these major immigration backlogs, and I'll explain just how these new measures will affect post-grad students in different ways.
The Government of Canada recognizes the social and economic benefits that international students bring to Canada. They introduced the following new measures. Immigrants and newcomers to Canada have post-graduation work permits that expire between September 20th, 2021 to December 31st, 2022, and they will be able to work in Canada for 18 months after their expiration date. They can do this by extending their work permit or applying for a new one. People who are currently in Canada may also work during the period of time their permit is being extended. Since the processing of temporary resident and to permanent resident applications will continue for some time, those who are applying for an open work permit are able to receive one with an end date of December 31st, 2024.
The Forum of Ministers responsible for immigration, the FRMI, met on July 28th to consider the future of immigration to Canada, as well as initiatives to respond to the pan-Canadian labor shortages. The ministers discussed ways to increase the effectiveness of the Canadian immigration system to meet economic needs. This includes increasing provincial and territorial involvement in the selection process, increasing the allocations of the provincial/territorial nominee programs, the PNP, and provide timely multi-year allocations before March 31st, 2023. The minister also recognizes that Ukrainians coming to Canada as temporary residents require substantial support.
Express entry candidates in the pool using a points-based system called the Comprehensive Ranking System for knowing when you can apply. To calculate how many points you have in the system, you can visit the ministerial instructions respecting the Express Entry system. On August 3rd, 2022, ExpressEntry Draw number 228, there were 2,000 invitations with the lowest ranked candidate in having the score of 533. Like many countries around the world, Canada's hospitals are struggling under the weight of major staffing shortages. Canada remains to be one of the top 5 destinations for immigrants and newcomers because of its immigrant-friendly policies, and remains to be a popular destination for newcomers since the start of COVID-19. The immigration backlog that Canada is experiencing has contributed to the issue of shortage of healthcare staff workers, as there are many qualified health professionals who seem to be sitting on the sidelines. As of June 17, 2022, the immigration backlog into Canada has reached about 2.4 million people, with over 250,000 applications being added every month. Immigrants and newcomers are able to check their specific processing times for their countries of origin on www.canada.ca. Here is the full link. So if you want to check that out after the video, please go ahead. Over the Canadian government's website, the wait time estimates the processing time for a permanent resident and application to take about 81 days. The Registered Nurses Association of Ontario has stated that there are roughly 26,000 nurses who are ready and waiting to work in Canada. CEO of the Registered Nurses Association of Ontario, Doris Grispin, stated that the great majority of these nurses are waiting for their international qualifications to be approved by the Regulatory College. Recently, Grispin worked with the federal government to approve the immigration application of 26 nurses. Grispin suggested that the government should prioritize applications of applicants who have backgrounds in healthcare. Experts such as Rick Lamana, Director of Fraserman Canada and Immigration Services Provider, says that one of the solutions to getting in more qualified immigrants into healthcare is to have the IRCC prioritize groups and processes that are most needed rather than trying to have a catch-all approach. The Canadian government has pledged to spend over $2 billion over the next 5 years to support the processing and settlement of new permanent residents to Canada. On August 2nd, the IRCC introduced new measures to help speed up the application processes for newcomers with expiring or expired post-graduation work permits. Under these new measures, individuals will be able to have their work permits extended while their applications are being processed.
The new measurements implemented by the IRCC, or Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, will now affect individuals with post-graduation work permits differently. Together, we're going to get a clear understanding of what these new measurements are and how they may affect you. If you're an individual with a post-graduation work permit that expires between October 2nd, 2022 to December 31st, 2022, but you need to update your mailing address and/or passport validity, the IRCC will send you an email to confirm your mailing address. Follow these instructions to let them know your updates. Keep in mind that if your passport validity does not allow the IRCC to extend your work permit for the additional 18 months, you will not receive this initial email, but you will receive a separate email in September. For those that need to update their mailing address or passport information, you will receive instructions via email in September. The email will explain how to update your mailing address and passport validity in your online IRCC secured account. Make note, you only have a 2-week window to do so. Once your information has been updated, you'll receive an updated work permit in the mail by mid-November. Check your passport validity and see if it expires before April 2nd, 2024. And if it does, apply to extend it. If you've applied for your post-graduation work permit using a paper application, be sure to link your application to your online IRCC account. For those with a post-graduation work permit that expires between October 2nd, 2022 through December 31st, 2022, but are unable to update your address or passport validity, you will need to apply online to extend your work permit. You have the option to either receive your work permit extended to your passport expiration date or wait to apply until you have renewed your passport. If the IRCC has not contacted you by mid-September and your permit expires between October 2nd, 2022 through December 31st, 2022, unfortunately, you were not eligible to have your work permit extended through this particular process. You may still apply online through your IRCC secured account to extend your work permit. Stay with me here, because the next two measures are a little bit different from the rest. If your post-graduation work permit has expired or will expire between the dates of September 20th, 2021 to October 1st, 2022, you will need to apply online for a work permit. Applications are now open. Also take into account that if you are living in Canada and your temporary status has expired, you must apply to restore your status at the same time. Under these special measures, you are able to restore your status even if it's been expired for over 90 days. Living abroad, you are eligible to apply if you've left Canada and returned after you've been approved. Starting this week, August 8th, those with a post-graduation work permit that has expired or will expire from September 20th, 2021 to December 31st, 2022 will receive an email indicating that they are allowed to work in the interim. Recipients can attach this email to their post-graduation work permit to show employers they are allowed to work in Canada temporarily. This work interim period will be in effect until May 31st, 2023. Note, This email only allows the individual to work. It does not restore legal temporary resident status. And lastly, those with an up-to-date address, a passport valid through April 2024, and a post-graduation work permit that expires between October 2nd, 2022 to December 31st, 2022, take it easy and enjoy your summer. The IRCC will send you an email. Don't respond. You will soon be sent an updated work permit to your mailing address by mid-October. Remember, under this policy, you must submit your work permit application online by December 31st, 2022.
That's all for today. Thanks for joining us this week. Click the bell icon and subscribe to the myconsultant.ca channel. For more information about the topics that we covered today, be sure to visit myconsultant.ca, where you can contact an authorized immigration and citizenship consultant. I'm Adrienne Quijano.
And I'm Deshina Thompson.
And we'll see you next week. Bye!